Myself, Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In image processing subject, we discuss about today's topic. It's a human vision system from chapter number 1, digital image fundamentals for IC branch. Now in today's topic, we discuss about the human vision system and also we discuss about the sampling and quantization. Now we go ahead and we discuss about the human vision system. Now, what is the human vision system? Like for our camera, we can say that like we use our smartphone network and we use a camera to capture the different types of images and objects. Similarly, our eyes is work as a camera. When we see any type of object, according to that we react, according to that we identify, according to that we recognize, according to that we react. So that all is possible with help of our eyes. So our eyes is also work as a camera to capture the different types of object, content, to different types of creating the libraries, memories. Without eyes, we cannot identify any type of the color, or even we cannot see that any type of object is surrounding us. So basically, our eyes is work as a camera, and it work as a similar. We can say that a smart camera in our eyes, because whatever we see, according to that we see, according to the object, we transmit that particular frame to our mind, and our mind is work according to that particular frame. So as you can see, we discuss about a camera, we discuss about the human vision system, that you can see the eyes, and center part you can see the lens over there, and then you can see the corona, irises, also you can see the fovea, blind spot, retina, choroid. So there are these all words are a biomedical word. Fine. So basically we are not familiar with this type of the word, but we can see in the depth of each and every type of the word and what exactly this type of the word is play a main role to recognize the object, to see the different types of object, to differentiate the different types of colors, shades. Okay, so now we go ahead and we discuss about the human vision system. Now first, what is lens? The lens is made with help of the concentric layer of various cells containing 60 to 70% water. Right? When we are talking about the lens is containing 60 to 70% water. The retina is the innermost layer of the screen on which image is formed by the lens when properly focused, containing the photoreceptor cells and sensitive to light. So retina will generally capture the content and it's sensitive to light, because as you can see, whenever we drive a bike in night when some light is come in front of our face or our eyes, then we definitely control our pupils, or according to that we set the focus. So it can be possible with the help of the retina too, because retina is generally sensitive to light. Right? Cornea is the outer layer through the transparent members and covered entire surfaces. So all the surfaces covered with help of the cornea. Sclera. Outer two optical members cover its rest of the globe. So surrounding area is covered by the sclera. Choroid. Choroid is basically provide the blood vessels and it provides the nutrition to our eyes. Fine. So with the help of the choroid, it provides the nutrition to our eyes, and according to our eyes is providing the nutrition, our eyes will react. Now cones and rods. If we talk about the cones and rods, as you can see, the cones, 6 to 7 million located in the center position of retina and responsible for phototopic vision, bright light vision, and color receptor can resolve the line decrease. Basically, when we are talking about the cornea, then ultimately we discuss about the bright light vision. We discuss about a specific light vision. So cornea is really helpful for recognize the different types of color in a sunlight or bright area. Now we move ahead and we discuss about the rods. In our eyes, 70 to 150 million rods inside our eyes, and it can also used for the dim light vision. As you can see, it's very difficult for identify the different types of color in the night vision, but we can identify it after taking the 1 to 2 second delay, because in our eyes there are 75 to 150 million rods, and with help of this particular rods we identify the different types of color in night vision. Phobia. What is phobia? So phobia is nothing but it is a circular identification, or we can say that the identification of the center of retina. It's around 1.5 mm diameter, and it generally covered with help of the cones area. Photoreceptor around the phobia is responsible for spatial vision. When still images we can identify with help of this phobia. Now iris. What is iris? Iris is basically the choroid portion where it's called as a pigmented. That's our eyes color. Pigmented is basically we can say the artist's work to provide the different types of color. It's really helpful to identify the different types of color in our eyes. It's called as an iris. Pupils. As you can see, the pupils play a main role to set the focusing in our eyes, and also it helpful for entering some unnecessary content in our eyes. Recently control, or we can say that it provides the protection to our eyes. Right. Blind spot. Now what is blind spot? The point on retina where the optical nerves energies and divided of photoreceptors. See, basically, you observe this thing too. Like you just constantly see in front of the sun within 1 to 2 seconds, and suddenly you can see on the ground. So you can see the particular 1 milliseconds or we can say that 1 second we create the blind spot in our eyes, because our eyes is not identify the color of object because of the sunlight. It's at that particular moment it's called as a blind spot. As you can see, the cones and rows are not active at that time, so you can see the blind spot is created. And it is created when the high intensity lights are entering your eyes. At that particular time, so your rods and cones are not activated. Because of that reason, it creates a blind spot. Images are 2D. When you're talking about images are 2D, then we discuss about the pixels. Similarly, as I already told you in the previous sessions, like if you're talking about the image processing, then ultimately we discuss about the 2D thing. We discuss about the two-dimensional data. We're talking about the x coordinate and y coordinate. So we are getting the pixel value with help of the x coordinate and y coordinate as a 2D thing. So as I already told you, in terms of the digital image processing, we are talking about the two-dimensional data, we are talking about the x coordinate and y coordinate. With help of the x coordinate and y coordinate, we create a particular pixels, and that particular pixels is represented as a weight of the particular matrix, and it can be created of different types of images with help of this particular digital image. Now the most important topic we can say that in image processing is called as a sampling and quantization. Now what is sampling and quantization? Because this word is very popular in terms of analog image processing also, and also in different subjects. Like we discuss about the analog to digital converter. Right? So an image function f of x comma y, we are talking about f of x comma y because we are talking about the image, so it works as a 2D frame. So f of x comma y must be digitalized both spatially and in amplitude in order to become suitable for digital image processing. Basically, the world is already working around the analog form. So with help of the specific camera, we convert it to the digital form. So in order to create an image which is digital, we need to cover continuous data into the digital form, and it can be possible with help of the analog to digital converter. So for converting our image into the digital format, we have to apply the two processes. It's called as a sampling and quantization. In terms of the sampling, we convert into the coordinate values, and in terms of the quantization, we convert into the specific amplitude range. Now sampling. In terms of the sampling, in digital image processing, sampling is a reduction of a continuous signal to the discrete form. Means we are getting the specific type of the amplitude or pixels value at that time. It's called as a sampling. So sampling can be done for functional varying in space, time, or any other dimension, and similar result as obtained in 2 or more dimensions. In terms of the quantization, so quantization is a process of Mapping input values from the large set to the output value to a smaller set means it's reduce the complexity of the data, and often with finite number of values means we are getting the appropriate number of values at that time. We are getting the appropriate value at that time. Quantization is the opposite of sampling. Definitely, if talking about the sampling, then quantization is totally opposite. So it is done on the y-axis. When you are quantized image, you are actually dividing the image into the quantization, or we can say that in partition. So as you can see, we have a particular sine wave right now, the sampling, and after we are getting the specific amplitude or peak value, it's a quantization problem. So it's called as a sampling and quantization. So in this particular video, we discuss about the sampling quantization, we discussed about the human vision system, and also we discuss about the image as a 2D data. So I hope that you are getting the idea about what is a human vision system, how it works, how it transmits the different types of data to our brain, and according to the particular image, our brain will react. According to that, we answer the question. According to that, we identify, recognize the object. So it can be possible with help of the human vision system. Without human vision system, it is not possible at all. And also we work on the sampling and quantization. If you have any image in terms of the analog, because see what is analog, and with the help of the camera we convert it into the digital format. So we play a main role to convert the sampling and quantization. In terms of the sampling, we discuss about the different types of sampling algorithms for continuous data in the discrete format, and with the help of the quantization we set the particular pixels value in terms of the amplitude range. So I hope that you are getting the idea about sampling and quantization. Still, if you have any doubt, then you can tell me or you can contact me on my email ID. So thank you for watching.